I'll go back. That's the limit of the GO 10. From Executive Center to Mesa, we're adding collector distributor lanes. Collector distributor lanes, thank you, are high-speed auxiliary lanes. They're not frontage roads. They're not gateways. They're just auxiliary lanes, so you'll be able to do a lot of local traveling here on the west side without ever getting onto the main lanes of the freeway. That reduces what we call friction, meaning that there's not going to be those merge actions that cause so much slowdown. And it's going to clear up all of that stuff that happens around Sunland Park in the morning with your morning commute as you try to get on and head east. That's going to remedy all of that. This project's only $160 million. And it started in October, led in October. The construction started April 2015. What happened by May? The contractor defaulted on the project. Remember, it was in the news. And so we were without a contractor for about 3 months. And then once we hired a new contractor, or the surety Zurich hired a new contractor, it was another 3 months before they got caught up, made a plan of attack, and were able to start construction. So how far behind do you think that made this project today?
At least 6 months.
We're actually 4% ahead now. I gotcha, right? So what happened was we got a really good project manager and a really good company, Sunt, out there doing the work. And by the end of last year, we started, we were really in a deficit. And by December, we were within 1%. And it's only February, and we're 44% through with the construction. And we've only expended 40% of the time. So we're 4% ahead of schedule, which is really good news, and it really bodes well for this project finishing very early. Are there anyone here from the media? Any reporters? Show yourselves. Nobody? Okay. Can y'all keep it secret? Just us? There's a really good chance. Is that camera on?
Yeah.
It's okay. You're going to show it to nobody, right?
No.
Okay.
Just say
No, it looks really like that's going to finish way ahead of schedule. It's just the weather, anything can happen with construction. Things happen. The contractor that we had defaulted. Nobody saw that coming. They were huge, and they were going great on our project. It was other projects in other parts of the state that had hurt them. But we appear to. The project manager told me this morning that he feels as though the majority of the work on the GO 10 project will be through this year. Now this completion date shows August 2019. I don't know. We're going to be really done probably probably by the fall of 2018 is probably when that's going to be done. I've got some more fun facts about this project. Okay, this year one focus is that Wrestler Bridge, and you can see they're going great guns on that. I have notes on this. Let's see, by summer it should be pretty much completed. By end of March, beginning of April, we're going to be driving on new pavement. They're going to open up the eastbound CD lanes there from Sunland Park to past the Buena Vista. You can see that is mostly, they've poured a lot of that concrete already, and now that they've relocated all the utilities and they've done a lot of the electrical work there, and it's pouring concrete pavement is rather simple, and they'll be doing that for the next month. And so after that, then they'll steer traffic onto there, and then they'll get into those main lanes of I10 that have been falling apart with the potholes every day. Every time it rains, there's 3 new potholes that are jarring your teeth when you drive and flattening your tires. So they'll get in there and rehab that, and that's going to be a big deal. Another focus is that Mesa interchange, which I pretty much already described to you. The center bridge deck will be done next week. It was the toughest one. They'll switch that eastbound traffic onto it by May. It'll take about 6 months, and then the westbound, and it's really going to be done probably by December, but he just was saying, well, by May, we can say by May of 18, that Mesa interchange is going to be done. The next thing is time versus the money on the job, and that's what I explained to you about before, about being 40% done with the time and 44% done on the project. We gauge it by the money. How much have we paid the contractor? How much of the work has been done? That's how maybe the contractor gauges it. We're going to add a temporary ramp here at Sunland Park because we have to rebuild that whole thing, and we're not going to choke off the retail center here, and so we're going to build a temporary ramp. So it'll just be there long enough while we get in there and build the that whole interchange, which is the biggest, hardest part of this job, and we're saving it till probably early 2018, so the majority of the job, the rest of the work will be done in 2017, but that one we don't want to take it on during retail season, so from Thanksgiving to Christmas, we're not going to shut down Sunland Park. And you're welcome, right, to all the retailers around here, so that's good. And today they started painting some of the structures. So it's my understanding that the last construction item you ever see on a job is when the guardrail goes up. So that's the last construction, and then they consider the last 2% of a project to be the painting. So that is by Buena Vista, that started today. So you're going to see the color scheme. Give it a couple weeks, okay? I mean, sometimes it takes our eyes a little while to adjust, and we decide if we like it or not. But don't call me tomorrow and say, yeah, I don't like the colors. No, please, just give it a little while. Get used to it. It's very, kind of earth tones and everything, so it's not jarring, it's not bright, it's not Miami Dolphin colors like around the spaghetti bowl. So it should be, I think I haven't seen it, they didn't ask me, but I've heard much discussion about how purple the mauve should be, or how pink it looks, and it should be browner, or this, the discussions that go on without any visuals in those construction meetings. So here is the project video of the I10, and this is headed eastbound, coming up on Mesa interchange, and so here's what's happening there. Oh my gosh, we're getting the U-turn lanes, they're very broad. There you can see that center bridge deck, and then here as we get on, the CD lanes begin. So notice that on each side of the freeway, you have the option of getting on to the main lanes, but then there's these additional lanes out here, and on either side of the roadway. So those trucks must be going to deliver some goods over here to the retail, or they wouldn't be on there because they don't really originate there. It's just an animation. So here's the Wrestler flyover, and you see that it swings wide now and comes onto the CD lane, so everybody knows on Saturday what it's like, right? When you get on I-10 heading east from the west side, everything comes up right here because Wrestler's getting on, and people are trying to get off for the mall, and then there's the trucks that are trying to go through, and it's harrowing. But this is now going to be all better. And there's this nice wide exit ramp to the Sunland Park interchange. So that got really longer. That bridge span's really longer. And this is the complicated part. Oh my gosh, where am I going? Okay, I'm going to go to Paisano. No, wait, I want to get back on the 10. No, I'm going to Donovan. I don't know. I'm coming back. So that's super complicated, but it's going to be signed well, and you'll be able to do it. You can go, it's going to be great. I know, right? No. You'll get used to it right away. It's going to be great. And then look at this. Oh, I've got all the room in the world now. So here's when we steer you onto this part of those CD lanes at the end of March, you're going to have 12-foot lanes. That's a lot of elbow room. Right now they're like 10-foot lanes, and you're like this, and then there's no shoulders. So we're going to have 12-foot lanes, and we're going to have a 4-foot shoulder. Not the best shoulder, but because the lanes are wider, if somebody's stalled out or off to the side, you can get around them. It's going to be a big boon. Okay, and then this is Mesa Park. This is the new interchange. So that's going to be a new thing, and that's a slightly separate project, but you'll see when we come around, we're going to come to executive and swing back around. What do you see over there is an old design of Border West where it was elevated. Now they're going under. This one shows it going over executive. So, and then over here it shows that it's elevated, but it's actually going to be at the same grade as I10. So we're going to turn around and we're going to go back the other way just long enough for me to show you what's happening with that doggone on-ramp from Executive Center westbound that's been closed forever and making everybody's life miserable about trying to go west. They have to go on Mesa if they're get on, past Executive. So it's never going to be exactly an on-ramp directly onto I-10. It's instead going to be part of the CD lanes, and you're going to go to Mesa Park. And then instead of getting on where you used to, where it was like a blind corner of cars hurtling up and you couldn't really see and you were just like, okay, I hope it all goes okay. Now it's going to be much more relaxed. You're going to have these high-speed CD lanes over here. You're going to get to the Mesa Park interchange. And then you're going to get on after that. It's going to be, you'll be able to see, you'll be elevated, you'll see who's coming, and you're going to have all this room over here to get on to the CD lanes. So that's what that's going to be like. I think this sort of peters out. I don't think it goes the whole way back. I don't think it shows that Mesa Park thing. But can I move on? You guys want to watch the end, or you want to? I can move on. You're good. Okay. It's more the same. Okay. Well, that's that update.